Greetings! Today, we stand in front of you all not just to deliver a speech, but to promote children's rights and to leave a message inside of you. We once read a quote on the internet. It was written by Martin Luther King Jr. and he stated that a right delayed is a right denied. Children's rights were always overlooked. That is the truth. There is always a violation of their rights, from abortion to studying. A child is priceless. They are a blessing and a gift. That is why they should be treated as such. Children's rights were established to protect children from maltreatment and inappropriate disciplinary actions. Forced labor, abortions, and the inability to study are all examples of violations of their rights. A child has the legal right to be born. They had the right to exist in this world from the moment they were conceived in their mother's womb. A child has the right to be protected and cared for on all levels, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Every child has the right to an education. Finally, a child must be loved.
According to United Nations Convention on the Right of the Child, children's rights have four general principles. First, there should be a little discrimination against children as possible. A general principle of child rights is the provision of discrimination. This means that all children have the same right to fulfill their potential in all circumstances. Education is an example. All children should have equal access to education, regardless of gender, race, religion, disability, or social status. Second, all action and decision affecting children should be their best interest. It goes without saying that decisions affecting the best interest of the child are primary consideration. I would like to ask you, do you think that forcing a child to do something they don't like will have a negative effect on the child? The answer is no. Whatever the child sees, the child will do.
The third is the child's right to survival and development. This ensures that each child has a physical home, health, and everything that meets their physical needs to ensure an equal opportunity to reach full development. An example of a child with a disability. They also need love and attention from their families in order to achieve maximum development despite their disabilities. Her fourth and final one is about children's opinions. A child's perspective means that the child's voice must always be heard and recognized, especially when it comes to their rights. They must be respected in all respects. Your child's opinions on the issue should also be considered when making decisions that affects them. Respecting children's wishes and opinions is beneficial to them.
That is why today I will go deeper and tackle the topic regarding a child's view. As I mentioned earlier, the views of the child are important in the way that it is the bridge to connect with them by simply hearing out their thoughts. If I were a child, I would prepare that they would listen to my stories and answer my question from out the wonder. That is one way to promote a child's view. Children always ask questions. It doesn't hurt to take a little time to satisfy your child's curiosity. The negative things you show your child will be conditioned by him. They may prove to be manipulative in the future. There is always the right way to discipline a child and show them what is right and what is wrong. Children can grow better if they spend time with them. As always, when all their needs are met, they will drive with proper guidance. Children have their own needs, and these needs are constant. Don't forget to explain to your child how to live.
Now that we have talked about children's opinions and equality, I would like to ask you the following questions. Have you ever seen children begging in the street? Did you at least give them something? Well, that is wrong. Tell them to go home and tell their parents that they should not be forced to beg for food in the street, and that is not your responsibility to give them anything as they are not your children. Helping is not a bad thing, of course. It is only temporary, so giving it all the time won't help. Meeting the needs of children is the responsibility and burden of parents. Therefore, like most young people, it is important from an early age to raise awareness about these rights that many people take for granted and disregard. There are many children who cannot afford to stay home and go to school because their parents neglect their children's needs and rights. As a parent, you are responsible for making sure your child moves and handles things. A good environment certainly has a positive effect on them and their health, physically, mentally, and emotionally.
It is possible by taking to them personally, calmly explain what not to do and what to do. Also, compromise is a good thing, especially if your business involves something they love. As you can see, children's rights naturally protect children. We assure you the right way to grow, treat, and protect them. This is often overlooked, but I hope that I can contribute to raising awareness among parents and young people. Again, I think education and the child perspective are important, so this selection was particular about it. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice day.